And good morning, world. It is day 5 because 4 is broken. Oh, cool. Day 5 is right here. Let's make it easy. Day 5 of Vlogmas has brought us the Audacio. We have this already. It's a 7 out of 11. All right, Bob. It's another one that we've had, or that I've had. Yeah, it's the Audacio. I think we actually might have this in the drawer downstairs. But this one actually is normal because it has the name here on the actual pod. Okay, let's get brewing. All right, so once again, good morning. It is day 5 of Vlogmas, and I'm back at the kitchen counter. This time, I don't have my lovely girlfriend Anna with me. But today's coffee is the 7 out of 11 on the scale of Audacio. And smell-wise, it's actually pretty mellow. Like, it's not the most aromatic or bold scents out of all the coffees that I've had to do so far, out of the 5. And taste-wise, it kind of goes back to that one that I mentioned, kind of had that watered down feel to it. And this one definitely kind of shares that. It's like slightly bitter, very, very slightly bitter and watered down. That's how it feels. It's not a bad coffee, but it feels like the kind of coffee that I would use to mix with something. So it feels like when you get below 8, you're starting to get more like, oh, this is a coffee that I would want with like cream and sugar or flavored syrup or something, or just something to kind of give it a bit more razzle dazzle. And for the sake of all these videos, I am doing the coffees black, which I think is fair. But I am going to add some razzle dazzle in the form of a day-old sausage egg McMuffin. Is there also bacon in this? It's a sausage McMuffin with 2 strips of bacon. I did heat it up in the microwave because it was pretty fucking rock hard when I grabbed it this morning. So I'm pretty juiced about this. Now, I'm not a fan of day-old McDonald's, especially day-old fries, but day-old breakfast McDonald's, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Perfectly slow. I'm about that. It pairs with the coffee in the way that any breakfast sandwich and coffee pairs. I don't think this makes the coffee better, and I don't think it makes the sandwich any better. But in the same way you get coffee for breakfast with some sort of sandwich, bagel, or pastry, whatever, that's how this is going right now, which is fine. Yeah, it's fine. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just trying to get Vlogmas done before I have to head out for work, because on the weekends, Anna and I usually commute together, so she'll end up meeting me at work. And then, while I start earlier than she does, she gets off later than I do. So basically, we don't get home until tomorrow because we're not usually home until after 12:30 a.m. So I really don't have another time to shoot Vlogmas today. So I'm trying to get it done. I actually woke up really early from a weekend work day for me, by waking up at roughly 9, like 8:50. Which by all means isn't early for most people in general. And I think anything before 7 o'clock is actually considered really early for the AM. Anything after 8, I'm like, realistically, kind of having a late start on a typical day, I would say, for like people who work like a normal like 9 to 5, or, you know, kids who had to go to school at 8 a.m. Like, I can't believe that was a real thing. And I used to do that all the time. But thinking about it, senior year, I was late every day to class for 8 a.m. classes. And I lived 10 minutes or less away from work, depending on traffic. Sorry, not work. I lived 10 minutes away from my high school at the time, which was super convenient. But also meant sometimes I'd be waking up at like 7:50 and being like, damn, I gotta get ready. Yeah, so going back to the coffee. I definitely know why I generally stick with the 8 and aboves, those darker, more bolder capsules or in cups, because they just go down, in my opinion, better as black coffee. The lower we getting, the more I'm just like, I think it's that watered down kind of feel that I'm like, well, let me add something to this. Hell, I'd even Irish this up if I could, but I'm about to drive to work, so it's probably not the smartest decision. But yeah, I mean, the more it's just like the lower end coffees, especially that mid-balance, which I mentioned about Anna's, and when I would be making her coffees, and I'd make them, you know, we have Torani, I think it's Torani almond syrup, so I'd do a couple of pumps of that. She likes her coffee on the sweeter side, so, you know, it's perfect. Add some milk or something. If I don't have the Torani, we'll sometimes have creamer anyways. Something different I've been trying is actually coffee and a hot cocoa mix, which she really likes, because then it's not as much caffeine, or it's not just only caffeine for her, and sometimes it's a little sweeter. Plus, who doesn't love hot cocoa during the winter and Christmas time? It's like the season for hot cocoa. It's actually pretty good. I don't usually drink it because I just drink my coffee anyways, but you know, I like experimenting with food and beverages to come out with different things that, especially if she likes it, then I don't really care. As long as she likes it, I'm happy. I'll make whatever. Hey, buddy. What's up? You smell breakfast? I bet you smell breakfast. You want breakfast? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these. This is one bite from me. Down my coffee, and then it is about 9:34. It's 9:34 in the AM, and I need to get ready because I need to finish this up, edit it real quick, and get it ready for an upload. Oh, before I leave for work. Oh boy. So I'm kind of taking Anna's idea for content, but this is going to be basically a get ready for work with me. And I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's me. I think this is gross because I'm the one on camera. But normally when I start my day, especially if I'm starting my day getting ready for work, I don't usually have time for breakfast because I'm always running late. But anyways, no matter what, I floss first. So let me do that. I'm not actually going to show me flossing though. I usually do a quick rinse after my floss, just so that any stuff that I managed to dislodge and that's just still happens to be in my mouth, you know, I spit out in the rinse. Then I brush my teeth. Oh, I forgot. Usually by now, I always actually start with the putting on of my deodorant, just so that, you know, the deodorant kind of gets into there and absorbs. So I usually do that first, and then I brush my teeth. Or then I floss, and then I brush my teeth. Oh shit, whoops, didn't mean to drop that. All right, so after rinsing off the toothpaste, I go ahead and use my Ora brush, and I brush my tongue. Growing up, I never really understood the benefit of that until my girlfriend started telling me that I had really bad morning breath. And I really couldn't deny that. So yeah, brushing your tongue, really good for you. And then lastly, I use my mouthwash, which I use the TheraBreath ones, mostly because it helps with my bad breath. So I'll do the rinse for a minute and then the 30-second gargle. Okay, so after I'm done with all my oral hygiene stuff for the morning, next step is face wash. So put on my little headband thing, and then face wash. Quick use of some hot water for my face, warm or hot at least, and then face wash first. I used to not be a routine person, at least doing a face wash. It used to be perfectly fine with just water in the morning. But I'm old now, and my face just doesn't do the things it used to do when I was a kid. So using a routine in the morning has been helpful. The warm water, for me, I use warm water for the lathering purposes. and then cold water afterwards to dry off. And that's all because that's what my girlfriend told me to do. So, you know, warm opens pores, cold closes pores after the rinse, or after, you know, you use your face wash. So I do what she tells me to because she's been doing the routine thing longer than I have, and her skin is pretty. So I don't know about other people, but usually after I wash my face, I always have to blow my nose. So just did that. Then I'm gonna get ready with my toner, and I usually always tone day and night. I don't really know if I need to. My girlfriend says you don't technically have to. She says it's better if I tone at the end of the day, but I just do it both. Why not? So I'll tone. I use a cotton pad. I will say though, using a cotton pad on a beard after it's still pretty spiky and short and freshly cut, kind of sucks because parts on the cotton pad get broken up into my beard, which is really annoying. And then lastly, moisturizer. And that would do it for my face routine in the morning. And that kind of is my typical getting ready in the morning look or routine. That's what I normally do when I'm getting ready for work, for sure. Okay, so what you didn't see me do off camera was I got ready real quick because I'm really running out of time. So the last thing I did, actually back and for my face, is I added some Vaseline lip therapy for my lips, keep them hydrated and moist. Okay, so got dressed and I'm ready for work. The only other thing I'm gonna do right now is a quick fixing of my hair because it kind of looks like a mess. I don't always do my hair. It kind of depends on how it looks when I wake up. Like if it's manageable, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't look completely messed up. So at least I can get away with my presentation at work because obviously I'm going to work. I don't want to look like I just rolled out of bed. So this will do for now. This isn't too bad. Other times I might throw in a beanie because that just covers everything. But today I just wasn't feeling it with the beanie look. So I'm doing this and now I'm ready for work. So I gotta get my ass on the road. I gotta get this edited and uploaded real quick and then get my ass on the road for work. So thanks for letting me waste a bit of your time. I will see you tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, because I only work in the morning and Anna doesn't work. So I'll have her with me tomorrow to shoot tomorrow's day 6 of Vlogmas. So thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow then, but until then, later all.